Hello and welcome to the London Property Podcast. Today we're in conversation with Jenny Symonds and we are celebrating her new business, which was born in lockdown, Celebrations in a Box.
Jenny, we're talking to you today about you taking your talents to the next level and making it available to the public through launching your celebrations business. So can we talk a little bit about how it all began?
Sure. Hi, I'm Jenny Symonds, and I grew up in New York City in a very creative, festive household where we celebrated everything. In the last 30 years, I've had the luck to travel around the world. I lived in Sydney, and I've lived in London for the last 20 years. And I realized when I moved to London that I had a real need for making holidays special for my family. So I began with decorating everything, decorating Thanksgiving, decorating Friday night dinner, decorating Valentine's Day, decorating, whatever holiday came upon us so that my family really was excited and there was some magic at the table. And fast forward a few years, friends came to my dinners and they were very memorable. I usually either had a color or a holiday theme to it. I usually had a fun place card, and I like to have something that all the guests can take when they're leaving, like a little box of chocolates or something of that sort, a flower. And so as I moved forward, a few friends of mine asked me, well, will you help me? My husband's turning 50. Will you help me do the table? Or I have a friend coming into town. I want to do a welcome to London luncheon. Will you do that? So I did that for about a year or two, and it was doing very well. And then we had COVID-19, which hit the world, and everything stopped. And over the course of the last year, I've had several friends call me and say, would have been my son's graduation from high school or college, and it's my daughter's 21st. Can you put some decorations together and put them in a box and send them over? And I was more than happy to do that. So I had this idea, well, what if there was a company and I curated a box which was filled with a table runner and a centerpiece and 2 vases and some votives and some confetti if necessary, and place cards and napkin rings, so that all you need to do is use your china, cutlery, glassware, and the table would be magnificent just in a quick 1, 2, 3. So that was really how I started thinking about what holidays would be fun for it to be really easy, especially because so many people are on the run these days and don't have the time to make their tables special for their family and really want to make it special. So this offers an alternative to someone who just doesn't have the time to look around the flower market and look at all those little specialty stores. I put it all together. I searched for the perfect little ornament to make the centerpiece work. I try to make every table magic so that when you walk into the room and the lights are a bit dimmed and the fairy lights are on and you're looking at the table, you feel like I'm very lucky to be at this celebration.
I couldn't agree more. So usually we're all used to the big celebrations in life, the weddings or the graduations or, the big birthdays. But actually making the little things a celebration is not only does it make that celebration special, but it also creates these memories for our family and for our children that, makes these dinners more than just dinners, right? Everything becomes an occasion. And I think in the world that we're learning could be so fragile, making the most of every little moment is so much more important now than it ever was.
I totally agree, Farnaz. Memories are the most important thing for us to have. They last forever, and it's what you bring along with you wherever you go, no matter who you are and what age you are. And also, the great thing about this box is that once you have set the table and enjoyed it for one night, let's say Christmas or let's say Valentine's or Easter, then you can pack it right back in the box and save it for next year. So you're really beginning a tradition, and you can add whatever you want to it and add it in the box. But all the boxes are marked with the holiday. So eventually you could have a closet where you have your Easter and Christmas and Thanksgiving and July 4th, and you have the core of the holiday right in your closet. I mean, don't look in my garage because I have Tupperwares from every holiday, stuffed to the rim. But the truth is I try to consolidate and give you the best of the holiday all in a box.
It's sort of taking what people do when they're setting a table. They think about different color plates or, breakfast plates or lunch plates and different cutlery and glasses. But actually what a tablescape, is that the right word?
Yeah, tablescape.
So it's taking that to the next level where every person at that celebration feels like something special is going on rather than just a standard dinner that can come and go and blend in with all the other dinners that you have. It kind of makes every participant feel like they're in a special occasion.
I will say most of my dinners, people will leave and say, wow, I've never seen a table like that. And I think I put all my heart and soul into the table. I will not stop till I find the best place card holder. I will not stop to the napkin ring. It's perfectly matched with the centerpiece. And I kind of want to share that with other people so that their tables can be special, which is the greatest gift you can get.
Yes. Well, we had the privilege of having you help us celebrate one of our milestone celebrations at our office. But we were lucky enough to have you there so that you took care of all the details. And what you've done with your boxes is you're passing on those instructions really clearly because you have this amazing talent for actually drawing everything yourself and creating these diagrams so that people can follow the kind of how to do it themselves, the Jenny way. So when the box arrives, they're not just sitting there with a box wondering, what do I do now, right?
I think that's really important because what seems easy to me might not be easy to the next person. So what I wanted to do is we take a very specific photograph and then I handwrite with arrows exactly where we intend for everything to go. You might change your mind and you might decide that you want things in a different way, but at least we show you from the beginning exactly how we set our table. And it's attached to the box so you can't lose it. And it's just an easy way for you to see how we think you should lay out the table.
Fantastic. So the business was only launched very, very recently, and you're already inundated with people asking for orders and you trying to get the boxes off to them. And I guess what you're doing is you're concentrating on the mainstream celebrations like Mother's Day, which is coming up imminently, or baby shower for a boy, baby shower for a girl, Valentine's and so on. But presumably anything that somebody wants to celebrate, they can contact you and you can make a bespoke box for them.
Well, we do have an option, which is bespoke. So the bespoke one, we can make whatever you want. But also in the future, we will expand and we'll do different, maybe an Italian dinner party, maybe, just a white dinner party, maybe a Greek dinner party. So we haven't really developed that yet. We're too busy celebrating all the holidays of the year. So we are starting in the UK, and actually we have some boxes being delivered in the United States as well. So I have a small office in LA, and she's working away, and we're trying to coordinate. There's actually a great website called Trello, which I communicate with my Los Angeles office. So we're using almost all the same things. All the confetti I do, it's my handwriting. And so we put it on a template. So whether it's a cake topper or confetti or, a drawing of some sort, both the offices will have the same thing.
And you're definitely not shy of numbers, because I've seen parties that you've done for over hundreds of people. So you can take your little celebrations in the box and put them on a larger scale into bigger celebrations where people are actually celebrating weddings or...
Yeah, that's easy. I mean, the favorite part is easy. Once you have the concept of what you want, we just need multitude. And they're great also if you're traveling, because if you want to bring your decorations, like let's say you're going to the countryside or going to another country, you can put it in a big suitcase or take it along with you, and you have your decorations for the festivity.
So you must be always on the lookout for that really unusual placeholder and that really unusual centerpiece. Where do you get your inspiration from?
You know, for me, it's a challenge. I don't care where I go. I'll try to find the little novelty store and find something super creative. I try to use a lot of natural things. I try to use a lot of objects, or roses, or flowers, or fruits, or different things which you won't expect to find on your table to bring life back into the table. I always have a lot of twinkle, fairy light, or candlelight. I use a lot of sequencing. So if I have candles, I'll have 4 in a row or something to make it feel very kind of consistent. I'm looking for other patterns, which I usually find in my tables. We're using a cardboard box, which is sustainable. So we're trying to keep it as friendly as possible. We're going to move forward in the future to using more and more sustainable goods for wrapping the boxes.
When people want to see what boxes you have available for them to order, they can order the standard boxes from your website, which is celebrations.
celebrationinabox.co.uk. No S on the celebrations. So it's celebrationinabox.co.uk. And our Instagram is celebrationinabox_.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining us today. And we're very excited to tell our members and community of followers about this exciting new business that launched after the pandemic, where we could all do with celebration wherever it comes, in a box, on a table, in our homes. So thank you, Jenny.
Thank you, Farnaz. Especially in these times, I feel like it's really important for us to celebrate with our family and friends, because we should appreciate every day.
Well, that will definitely go on my list of things to get. If you want to get in touch with any of our speakers or you have any questions, visit us at londonproperty.co.uk.